leadership of the National Democratic Movement wishes to express their displeasure at the tardiness of the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, in releasing this copy-paste manifesto, which has evidently signaled unpreparedness on the part of Obi and his party. Firstly, it can be seen that the title of the manifesto leaves so much to be desired in repulsion. In the title of the manifesto is the emphasis on P.O., Peter Obi, possible, which speaks to the only me mindset of Peter Obi. This is an egoistic man that put himself first before any other person, always wanting to be in the forefront of the eulogy of every little achievements made. We are not surprised at the eventualities from the camp of Peter Obi. What else do we expect from a man that boldly claimed he has no manifesto, pointing out not having a structure to lead Nigeria with? A man that is ready to lead a nation on the edge of a que-sera pillar, leading to confusion and destruction of a great historical nation. This is nothing but a primitive mindset of me. This me, that me. To Obi, the presidency is all about him. The same me that couldn't change anything in Anambra, the same me that was disgracefully caught in the web of Pandora's Papers revelations, which has left many mouths across the world agape, and till today, many of the mouths are still widely left opened. The same me that kept pronouncing he would take Nigeria from a consuming to a producing nation, but with no manifesto. We believe the few wise ones in his caucus later discovered the folly in leading a nation without a written manifesto. Peter Obi had to be reminded before doing the needful. A man gunning for presidency had to be reminded about the most basic thing in seeking elective position. To be reminded about the most basic thing in seeking elective position, presenting your manifesto, that is, your action plan if you get elected. Those who have over time dressed him in bogus toga of most qualified candidate would be licking their wounds now, having seen that Peter Obi is less qualified going by his shameful dealings and speech. The National Democratic Movement keenly warns the public to beware of many wolves in sheep's clothing, who openly express themselves as political orators of great change, but has no evidence to support their many claims of numerous acclaimed achievements used in masquerading their magnanimous woes and shortcomings. They are filled with shameful acts of secret investments, secret accounts, illicit funds ownership, and or tax evasion. Over the years, we have seen election campaigns more like prose fictional, and that is what Peter has perfected so well with the help of the vulnerability of few Nigerians, known as the obedience, but unknowingly zombified. And some poor government policies over the years which are not akin to Nigerian alone. Here has Mr. Obi placed before every one of us a manifesto which is an old bunch of rehearsed script full of lies, falsehood, and deception, which have become the trademark of Peter Obi himself. When he speaks, he attempts to make himself a god. He sounds an image more like someone who has achieved a great feat and has done so much already. But the critical review will tell better that Obi is nothing but a single infrastructure through market-driven reforms, unleashing growth, enabling entrepreneurship, and market-creating innovations. Human capital development that empowers competitiveness and robust foreign policy that restores Nigerians' strategic relevance. We ask every patriotic citizen, will the funds come from the chains of tax havens where the looted treasury will be stored, or will the reformation come from different parastatals that has been headed by every member of his nuclear and extended family? This is a man that has no right to speak on zero tolerance of corruption, because if such mandate was fully seen through, the Pandora revelation should have landed him in prison and cooling off for a long time, with even giving it a thought running for the least political position. His actions against the Nigeria Code of Conduct should have reprimanded him in jail by now. And we are pleading with Mr. President to carefully look into that aspect also. If elected president, at the end of Obi's 8 years as president, he would have invested all our resources for us in places where only a Pandora papers can unravel. The National Democratic Movement is imploring every patriotic Nigerian to fight justice and integrity. We must not be swayed by political deceit in electing an incompetent person to head this nation. We need a man that can change the reality and not only give statistics. We need a selfless and patriotic person that is not after self-aggrandizement. We want that man that puts Nigeria and Nigerians first before himself. Peter Obi is a virus that would corrupt a functional system. He is a cancer in Nigeria's tissue, and he's all about himself. We should not forget, when the righteous is in power, the people rejoice. Only the choice of a good and competent leader will Nigeria rejoice. We know a pragmatic manifesto when we read one. We advise everyone in Nigeria to choose rightly. God bless Nigeria.